Hello folks, this is Solo once again. Welcome to another video for Teamfight Tactics. In this video, we're going to be looking at a ranked game, and a ranked game where I am very close to hitting Diamond ELO rating. I think I was at Platinum 1 75 LP, and if you look at the loading screen, every other person in this game is in Diamond. The fact that matchmaking rating is, I think, roughly Diamond 3, because matchmaking rating for me is a little bit higher than my official rating. So I'm trying to get a top 4 in this game. I think if I could get a first, a second, or a third, I'd be in position to get promoted into Diamond, which I've never reached before. Platinum is the highest that I've reached in any previous season of Teamfight Tactics. And in addition to that, any season of League of Legends, I was never higher than Gold in League of Legends. So obviously, what those rating tiers mean has changed a lot over the years, but it still would be a big deal since Diamond is about the top 4% of the player base in Teamfight Tactics. All right, so as far as this game goes, I have gone with my normal Chain Vest start. I like getting the Chain Vest start. I was looking at this flop of Champions here, though, and I was like, this is not as much what I was looking for. There's a number of different openings I like playing, but the champs I'm seeing here, not so much. There's one Poppy, two Camille's, Garen, Singed. I don't really like playing through Camille or Garen or Singed in the early game right now. I'm not a huge fan of these units, so I was like, ugh, okay. I am not loving the start to this game whatsoever, so I'm hoping that maybe I'll be able to get an augment that makes me feel better, and then I get a glove, which is fine, but I kind of have pieces that don't necessarily go together all that well from my items right now. All right, so let's see what I'm going to get here. Get a couple of different options. Arcanist Heart, not really feeling that Clockwork Heart. I see Pandora's Items. I was like, Pandora's Items is really nice to get for your first augment because you have plenty of time to try to make perfect items. And I see that there's a Camille 2-star, so I was like, all right, I will look to go ahead and play the Camille 2-star. I can make a Bramble using the free component that I just got out of Pandora's item, so I'm reasonably happy with that. And my thinking was, all right, I hit 2-star Camille. Let's play 2-star Camille for the moment. And the idea being that when I hit like 2-star Darius, maybe I'll sell the Camille, transfer the Bramble Vest over to Darius, but for the moment, I think the 2-star Camille probably uses the Bramble the best. Camille is kind of like an off tank. She's not a pure tank, but she's definitely more damage soak focused than a lot of other challenger units. Like Warwick just deals damage, but Camille is actually reasonably tanky. All right, and then here I get a Nico that pops out. That's kind of nice too. And I was like, do I hold this Heimer? I was like, I don't know exactly what to do here. I'm a little low on gold because I got the Nico start. So ultimately, I sell the Heimer and then I buy the Ziggs. And the main reason why I do that is just so that I can hold onto the glove, because I'd like to make probably I'm hoping on going into my favorite comp in this particular patch, which by the way, the new patch is probably out by the time you watch this video, but I'm recording it the day before the most recent patch came out. But my preferred comp in this current patch has been to play through Jhin, playing like bodyguards or Scion for frontline, and then playing Jhin and just like a ton of utility units along with Jhin, and that's been working reasonably well for me because although Jhin has been a pretty strong option, has not been like incredibly popular overall. It's not like there's 3 people contesting it in every lobby. Usually there's at most one other person playing it. So I do want to try to like go in that direction long term. And I'm going to need a Last Whisper if I'm going to go in that direction. So that's why I'm trying to hold on to the glove. So we actually do end up winning that round, which is nice. The Camille kind of tanked for a long time. And here again, I'm just kind of chilling. But then I see there's a Samira in the shop, and I was like, oh, Samira, okay, that's kind of interesting. Well, maybe I have Samira hold the items that are going to go on Jhin later. So why don't I use Samira as my item holder? That sounds like it'll work. So let's reposition. That's going to get Challenger in. So a little bit of extra attack speed and a little bit of extra reset ability from some of these other champs. And I do see that there's a Talon in the shop, which could be used to play into Imperial, but I was like, I'm not playing into Imperial in this game. I'm just going to use Samira as my item holder temporarily, and I'll eventually look to drop her down the road, but that's why I don't need to worry about picking up Talon. Also, I'm a little bit poor. Remember, I have the Nico start. Nico start is not horrible overall. I've said before that I think it's not great in Teamfight Tactics, but I mean, it could be worse. Anyway, it certainly looks like I'm going to lose this round, but Camille is still alive as everybody else dies, and she's going to get her shield. And she does have that Bramble Vest. And remember, she heals. I'm not sure if people are super familiar with what Camille's ability does. Is when her bar fills up, she gets a shield, and then she heals on her auto attacks while that shield's in play, which I think lasts for 3 or 4 seconds. So she actually is able to win this fight, somewhat shockingly. I really did not think that she was going to win that, but hey, we'll continue win streaking. That's great. We hit 2-star Darius, also great. And yeah, feeling a little bit better. So maybe again, I can look to itemize the Samira. I'm continuing to keep an eye on the items on my bench, but I'm kind of looking more for like a bow, maybe a sword. I wouldn't mind getting like Infinity Edge, Last Whisper pairing. I should be able to hit whatever items I want long term because I have Pandora's items, and because I hit it very early, which means that the items will keep getting rolled over and over again. By the way, this person is also playing Pandora's items, and somehow they have 20 gold already, which I was like, wait, what? This person has 20 gold? I know I have a fairly expensive board. Like, I have 3 gold in Camille, I have 3 gold in Darius, I have 3 gold in Samira, and I was off to a poor gold start because I had the Nico, and I didn't get a lot of gold at the beginning of the game. But yeah, that person's on 20 gold already, so okay. They are also on 78 HP, so I prefer my situation even with the less gold, because I do not like dropping 22 health this early in the game. All right, so last pick on Carousel. I haven't lost yet, so let's see what I can get here. I certainly would not mind the 3 gold bow on Gangplank, because that would make Last Whisper, so that's not an option. Again, I can kind of take whatever I want because I have Pandora's items, so it's better to take more expensive champs. But I can get a sword here, so that feels pretty good. I'll go ahead and take that. And I was like, you know what? I might as well just make Infinity Edge. I don't feel too bad about it because I should be able to get whatever items I want long term through Pandora's items. So I will go ahead and let's see, what do I pick up here? I think I pick up the Zyra because that gives me an option to maybe play into Syndicate later. Again, I'm still not really planning on playing the Samira long term, but I'll pick up the Swain because you never know. Maybe I'll get a talent in the shop and then I can play Imperial, which would be good for the time being. And now I have to decide what I want to do with this sword. So it is still on my bench. It will change into another item if I don't put it on someone. So that's why I go ahead and just put this on. Also, this comp looks pretty strong. They're playing Innovators. They've got a 2-star Singe. They also have makeshift armor, so this comp is pretty strong, but thankfully Camille is very tanky, and I think having the Infinity Edge does help to make a difference here. Also, oh, by the way, Zyra got off an amazing ult that hit the entire back line of this team comp. So this is another very close fight. Darius goes down, Samira is very close with Ez, so now it's up to Zyra and gets off one more cast for the win. So yeah, I don't think I should have beaten that board, but I just barely was able to hit it. And then I hit the Talon, so I was like, ooh, okay. Well, we'll just play into Imperial, at least for the moment, because we hit both the Swain and we also hit the Talon. Now, I am not very comfortable with playing these Imperial comps. I have very little experience playing with them. It's just not a unit mix that I typically play. So I'm continuing to put units in the corner so Samira doesn't get pulled by Blitzcrank. And just trying to do the best I can here to play through what I'm getting. And what I'm getting is Imperial. So I'm going to do my best to try to play through that and see how it goes. So here we've got an Assassin kind of duel on both sides. Samira is going to get the kill on the Katarina and then gets the kill on the Talon. And what looked like a close round then suddenly becomes not a very close round. That person did have Thrill of the Hunt. So if Samira had died, they would have started healing off that. So that fight was pretty close, but I'm able to clutch it out. Some good fight RNG here, and I've been able to win streak all through stage 2. I wasn't sure whether to pick up the Talon because it would cost me Econ, but then I hit Talon immediately on the next round, and I was like, all right, well, I'm really glad I bought the Talon because now I have Talon 2-star, and that's going to be pretty strong. So I am hitting some 2-star units here. But I've had to be a little bit creative about what I'm playing because, as I've mentioned, I don't typically play through Imperial. So I've got 2-star Darius, 2-star Camille, 2-star Talon, and I hit the early Samira. So, like I said, I'm a little bit out of my comfort zone here. This is not a comp I want to play necessarily, but so far so good. It's kind of working thus far. All right, so what are we going to get here? A sword, and then I get, what is it? I get double cloaks, and I was like, oh, okay, let's make use of them before they transformed. We'll make the Dragon's Cloak, just put it on a 1-cost unit on the bench so that it doesn't change into something else, and then I'll put that on Camille. And at this point, I'm starting to think, how long do I want to play with this? How long do I want to stick with this comp? Because it is working so far. And I decided I would just see what units I was getting. But I was like, if I could maybe get a Scion here, that would allow me to ditch the Swain, who's just in there for Imperial. It's like, if I could get like a Scion and then put these items that Camille is holding on Scion, and then find like maybe like a Yone. Maybe I could play into challengers and like long-term transfer Samira's items over to Yone or something. It's not crazy to do that. I do have the Infinity Edge, which is not a great Yone item, but maybe it could go on Fiora. Anyway, I'm just going to try to figure it out. So this fight, I basically win immediately because Talon jumps right on the Ezreal. That's a very strong Ezreal. Ezreal 2-star with those items actually carries pretty hard at this stage of the game, but Talon just jumps on him instantly, gets the bleed stacks going, and as soon as that happens, we're basically guaranteed to win the fight because none of the other units have any damage. So yeah, this board, again, pretty strong. The boards that people build as you move up the rank ladder definitely get stronger. But that time we were able to win that one just because I was able to snipe Talon was able to snipe the Ezreal at the start of the fight. So yeah, still win streaking. Econ is still not that great because, again, I got the low gold start, which definitely hurt, not having the gold. And then here, I'm on the win streak, so I definitely want to level to preserve my win streak. I can play Bodyguard or I can play Arcanist here. I could put in the Mauls for Arcanist, but I value the front line a little bit more. Basically, what I was thinking was Imperial trait gives me plenty of damage already. Like, that's the thing. Imperial trait's just all damage. It gives whoever the Imperial Tyrant is a whole bunch of damage, who's Samira. What I need is more frontline so Samira doesn't get jumped on and killed. So that's why I opt to play the Poppy over the Mauls, even though Poppy, not a great unit, but that puts Bodyguard trait in play for Darius. And like in this fight, so I'm up against this person who's playing Arcanist. They have not lost yet. I have not lost yet. This is an incredibly important round because one of us is going to keep win streaking and the other one's going to have their win streak interrupted. But looks like I'm quite a bit stronger than this person. It's honestly not even close. So able to win that, deal 10 damage, and I was like, all right. Keep this going, and now I want to, I just realized that I have a glove on the bench, and I want to preserve this glove for a Last Whisper. So I stuff it on, a grave so it won't get taken. Now I do have the option to pick up another Imperial augment right there, and that was a consideration, but you can see I pick Ascension pretty quickly, and again, I'm still not planning on playing Imperial long term. I'm thinking this is my transition comp. I'm not going to play Imperial in the late game. I'm just using this as a transition until I can find like Jhin and then, or alternately Jace. Jace would be great too if I find an early Jace. But like I'll play one of them and then that's going to be my late game comp. So I don't want to burn an augment on Imperial if I'm not planning on playing Imperial long term. But I've hit 2-star Swain and I hit another Samira. So I'm doing a good job of finding Imperial units. I just need, if I could just find Scion now and replace the Swain, I'll be feeling pretty good. So, I mean, no one is contesting Imperial. It's not terribly popular. I do still have the Nico, and as bad as the Nico was for early game economy, it's going to be that much better in the late game because it's going to give me a great opportunity to 2-star some kind of unit, or 3-star maybe if I get enough Samiras, if I'm still playing Samira then. I only have 2 Samiras right now, but I'm not planning on like staying at level 7 to roll for 3-star Samira. I don't think that that's as consistent. Again, I want to get to level 8, and I want to try to get to level 8 as quickly as possible, find my long-term board, go from there. So this is another close round. We've had a lot of close fights here, and Heimer's going to toss off his rockets at Samira's. I was like, I think Swain wins this, though, because he gets the Imperial bonus when he's the last one alive, becomes the Imperial Tyrant. And yeah, able to win that too. So on we go, 8 wins in a row. And the win streak is really helping me overcome the weaker econ from having that Nico start and having a very expensive board early on. All right, so what do I have here? Again, I'd love to pick up a bow, even though there are 2 bows on this carousel, so I'm hoping I can get one of them. They're also on inexpensive units that people generally don't want. So that wouldn't be great economically, but I do want to get Last Whisper. It actually makes a really big difference for Samira's damage if she has that. And both bows are still on the carousel, so it looks like I'm getting a bow regardless. I would have gotten either Trundle or Alawi no matter what because everybody took every other item. So, all right, I guess I'll take the 2 gold bow over the 1 gold bow. And now I'll go ahead and make the Last Whisper. And now I have another choice to make. So I'm on the long win streak, and I see there's an Echo in the store. And I was like, do I want to just level and play Echo to try to preserve win streak? It would put Assassin trait in play, and I can have him stash the Rod, which I'd like to be a Morello's. So I end up doing that. It takes me all the way down to 20 gold. So there I go, plunging my economy into the garbage again. But I'm on an 8-match win streak. I feel like I have to do this. If it helps me win these rounds, it'll make a big difference. Talon's damage will go up by a lot by getting Assassin trait in play. And Echo's just a great unit in general. Now, for once, I don't have Scrap Trade in, which is kind of funny. I'd love to have Blitzcrank replace the Poppy with Blitz, then I'd have Scrap Trade. But I win that round very easily, and I'm quite happy to see that because that person's on a big Mercenaries loss streak. I want to get this person out of the game as quickly as possible. Do not let this person cash out. So doing as much damage to them as possible is really good here. Take away essentially how many lives they have left before they can try to win around and get their mercenary loss streak cashed out. So doing what did I do? 13 damage to them? That's great. Now instead of 40 health, they have 29 health or whatever. So that's good stuff. All right, so now I have more units to be thinking about here. I really should probably pick up the Fiora here because I am playing Challenger, but it just costs so much gold to do that. I really don't want to sacrifice the gold. I do see one thing that can improve my board, though. I can ditch the Poppy for Leona. It's a minor increase in board strength, but Poppy is pretty useless at this stage. I was literally just using her as Blitzcrank hookbait, and, well, Leona can do the same thing as a slightly better unit. Her base stats are definitely higher. She has a better ability. So yeah, I would much prefer to have Blitzcrank there, but have not seen Blitz turn up yet, so no dice. All right, this is another incredibly important round. If I win this, I carry my win streak all the way through into the minion round on a 10-match win streak. It's worth a ton of money. Talon is killing people in the back lines. We get off a great ult from Echo. Sorry, it took me a minute to think of his name. And with that, we're able to win. So yeah, full win streak, 10 rounds. I'll take it. And I'm feeling kind of weird. I was going to say feeling good about this game, but I remember playing this at the time. I was feeling a little bit weird because I was like, all right, I mean, this is great. And by the way, the spotlight's in kind of a crummy location, so I'm not planning on playing through the spotlight in this game. So I was kind of thinking I'm on this 10-match win streak, which is awesome, but my econ's not amazing. And I was like, where do I go with this comp long term? I was like, am I still playing this into Jhin long term? I really don't know. If I felt better about these units, I wish I felt better about these units so that I could be in a position to do have a clearer sense of where I'm going with these. But then I get 2-star Samira, and then I see Yone in the shop. And again, this is one of the advantages of leveling to 7 earlier, is you do get these better shops. So I was like, all right, I think it's a Challenger's game. I do pick up the Yone here, don't I? I think I was slow. I think I leveled there quickly before I looked at the shop. But I was like, all right, maybe it's Challengers going into Yone, and maybe it's not Jhin. No one is playing Challengers in this lobby. I looked to make sure. I just went through everybody's board. Not one person playing Challengers. So again, Samira's items are not ideal for Yone. He kind of prefers Hurricane and maybe Quicksilver or Guardian Angel for a defensive item. He doesn't really love the Infinity Edge Last Whisper because he kind of needs a little bit more safety than that. But, oh well, I mean, they wouldn't be terrible items. And maybe I can just keep them on Samira because she's kind of annihilating people now that she's 2-star. I mean, she's got the Imperial bonus, and I was fortunate to hit someone who had not rolled down at this point. So yeah, I mean, she gets an 80% damage bonus, and she's got Challenger trait, and she's got Infinity Edge Last Whisper. So she's just kind of shredding right through people. So, I mean, I'm a little hesitant to change up the comp too much, given how well this is working right now. So I guess we'll stick with this a little bit longer and keep playing through this Imperial trait, which is really the forgotten trait of this set. So, all right, and I'll just keep looking to level here. I'll look to level after the carousel on 4-5, which is, very standard timing to level up. 2 other things I'll point out. I did get a spatula here, so I was like, oh, okay, maybe this can be a Challenger spatula. So if I can get a bow, maybe I use it to make Challenger spatula, and I can get an extra Challenger in. Maybe that makes it easier to play 6 Challengers. There is also the option for Imperial spatula too, but I'm not really looking to make that at this point. I'd like to drop the Swain, play Scion, replace Camille with Scion, and just play the 3. Usually it's not worth it to play 5 Imperial. Usually you just want the 3. Now, I'm also keeping an eye on that person who is on the long Mercenary Lush Streak, Diamond Renekton. They're on 3 HP, so I'm hoping whoever is hitting them will just beat them and knock them out of the lobby. I think they're on a 12-match Mercenary Lush Streak or something, so I was like, all right, let's hope that this person loses, gets out of the lobby so that they're not cashed out. And looks like I'm going to win my round. This person's obviously going to transfer the items on Ziggs to someone else, but has not rolled down yet. And hey, look at that. Diamond Renekton's out of the lobby. This is one of the reasons why I really do not like playing those mercenary games. Because sure, it looks great when it succeeds, but then when it fails, that happens, and you go 8th. And now in a ranked game, you've lost, I don't know, 40 LP or 50 LP, and now you're half a division below where you were before. It certainly can work, but it's very inconsistent, and I kind of prefer to play for more consistency. All right, so one more round until the carousel. I'm still watching everybody. I still have not lost a round yet, amazingly. I guess, but like this is kind of the thing with Imperial. It tends to be strong in the mid game and then tends to be kind of weak in the late game. Falls off pretty severely in the late game unless you can 3-star Samira or something like that. But so far so good. I mean, I'm not complaining. She just popped the Blitzcrank on that team in like literally one shot. This fight's pretty close. I'm just worried about whether Victor is going to kill everyone when he ults. So can we manage to kill the Victor before he ults? He's got a Guardian Angel, so no. And it's, I mean, it kills most of my team, but looks like there's enough left over to finish him off. So that is a 13-match win streak. And let's keep this going. People are starting to get low on health. So again, I'm like, all right, let's keep going here. I'd love to get, all right, now here I'd love to get one of the swords. Because sword I could use with my spatula to make Imperial. I was like, oh, if I could get the Scion with the sword, that's actually 5 Imperial because the sword would pop off if I put the spatula on it. Or I could take the bow. The bow would also be nice as well. But I believe that gets... No, that actually does not get taken. So I do have the option to use the spatula there, but I decide that I am going to take this belt and I'm going to use it for Morello's because I decided I did need to have a Morello's user. There was also the possibility I could get another spatula to pop out and then have Force of Nature, or Tactician's Crown it's called now. Alright, so I'll make the Morellos, and now I'm going to level, and we're going to see what we can find. So I just kind of randomly find 2-star Tarek, so I was like, alright, I guess we'll put this in. Blitz should be in over Leona, by the way. That's something I haven't seen. And then I see Kaisa, I was like, alright. So 4 challengers. We need to get up to 4 challengers here, for sure. So I was like, what units can I take out? I was like, alright, so I will put the Morellos on Kaisa. And now I need to get another challenger in. And I take out Tarek. The correct unit to take out is probably Leona here. It should be Blitz over Leona so that I can maintain Bodyguard. And also, actually no, I wouldn't get Scrap anymore. But it would pick up the Protector trait for a future Scion. So that's useful to have in there. So pretty good. We actually win another round very easily. And I'm going to continue rolling because I do not think I'm stable yet. I do want to try to get to 9 quickly in this game, but I don't think I'm stable enough to do that yet. So 3 Imperial, 4 Challenger. We're kind of playing this hybrid Challenger plus Imperial, which is very odd. It's not something that you do very often. And here I see there's an option to get a Challenger Crest. I was like, I think I'm going to take that because that'll let me play 6 Challenger, I think. So I'll go ahead and pick that up. I also see a Scion. So I'm going to now start moving my items over. Now this is going to create some problems because it's a little tricky to get Scion because he eats up the 2 slots, but he gets me another Imperial, so now I could theoretically take Swain out of the comp if I want. I'm trying to see who I can take out, and I will go ahead and just make Talon a challenger for now. I'm, again, still trying to figure out my board here. I think I take out Darius and put in Blitz. So 4 challenger, 4 Imperial, and now I'd like to get Fiora in there as well. So I was like, how can I do this? How can I do this? I don't think I want to play Quinn. I'm going to keep rolling. If I could find... There's another Scion. It's like, if I could get one more... if I could get one more Kaisa, I can just Nico it, and then that would be pretty great. I was like, alright, so let's put this in, and now I have this leftover Challenger emblem. I'm going to hit 2-star Yone at the last second, and I was like, what do I do with this Challenger emblem? I was like, let's put it on Scion. Yeah, let's put it on Scion. Why not? Challenger Scion. He's not coming out of this comp, so we'll just give him the attack speed bonus too. So this is going to be pretty hilarious. We have the giant Scion who's going to attack super duper fast. So yeah, we maintain 3 Imperial, and now we're at 5 Challenger, which is a little bit awkward. 5 Challenger, not quite what I want. So I'm going to start selling some of the units that I'm not planning on playing and see what I can do here. So yeah, Blitz is kind of in there just for Protector trait. Maybe I should take him out and play another Challenger instead. That probably would be better here, looking at this in retrospect. Probably should take Blitz out and play another Challenger unit instead. So again, I still don't feel like I'm quite stable yet. I'd like to roll a little bit more after this minion round. Let's see. So yeah, Scion is the main tank. I guess I also have Swain in as a bit of a tank. I do need Swain to maintain Imperial trait. And yeah, I still have this Spatula on my bench, so I'm hoping right now to get a bow. Oh, that's it. I was hoping to get a bow and then turn another one of these units into a challenger. I think I was going to turn like Swain into a challenger or something. So all I need is like a bow to pop out, and then I'm good in that regard. So what else can I find here? I've got some other items here, and I'm hoping to use one of these chain vests for... Yeah, I was going to use one of those chain vests for a Guardian Angel, but I'm too slow. Too slow. I should have tossed the chain vest on Kaisa quickly, and then I would have been able to get a Guardian Angel on her. But I was too slow. I could have had it right there. So I'll put the sword on her, but now I have to wait to see what I can get. So I still have the spatula, and interestingly enough, the spatula could be used, again, with a bow for Challenger, or it could be used with a sword for Imperial. But again, I'm only really looking to go Imperial 3. I don't think Imperial 5 is really worth it. This is, again, a very strange board, having Imperial plus Challenger. But if I can get one more bow, I've got Imperial 3, Challenger 6, and I think that would be good. Also, Scion attacks hilariously fast, which is pretty good. And I've got Kaisa dashing around, applying Morellos now with her attack speed. So, yep, give me another... I'm hoping that I'm going to... So basically what I'm looking for is a belt... No, not a belt. A chain vest and a bow from my Pandora's items, because that'll get me Guardian Angel on Kaisa and then Challenger 6. And so that's kind of what I'm looking for right now. But the weak unit in here is Blitz. I really should put in another Challenger. I also have the option to make an Imperial emblem, so I was like, do I want to do that? Because then I could play 5 Imperial if I just put in like a Talon at level 9. That might be interesting. I do have the option to do that, so I'm like, do I want to use the spatula on Imperial or do I want to use it on Challenger? And I think I was like, no, Challenger 6 is more important. Let's hold, we'll get the bow eventually, we'll hold for Challenger 6. But I really had like these kind of difficult decisions to make on what to do with this spatula. So at the moment, it's just sitting there doing nothing, which is, yeah, a little bit less than ideal. Okay, so yeah, Yone and Fiora are kind of in there as trait bots right now, which is kind of hilarious, but they are both 2-starred, so that's why I'm looking to go to level 9. It's really Kaisa that's kind of the carry, along with, I guess, Samira. And now we're down to just Scion and this other person, Samira, and oh, Scion, you got me? Scion's got me. So it knocks that person down to, what, 12 HP? So I would like to see that person get out of the game because they have a Kaisa, and I would very much like to hit another Kaisa. Sadly, this round gives me basically useless items for from Pandora's items. Double tier is not going to do anything for me. There was also, I realized this in retrospect looking back, there was the option to potentially make an emblem and then have the emblem just like roll randomly into different things. But that's not really any different than just having the components roll each round. Like, I could make a Academy emblem right now, and then it'll transform each round into a different emblem, but as I said, that's not really any better than what I'm doing now. Some of these boards are getting pretty strong in this game, and I'm honestly kind of surprised I still have not lost a round yet, considering I haven't rolled. Again, I was pretty lucky with my roll down, and oh wow, that Scion ult does so much damage, the Victor never even gets to cast, and wow, okay, 18 wins in a row, have not lost yet, and we're going to 5-3 carousel, or 5-4 carousel, excuse me. So I'm pretty happy with that, but I do think that I will start losing rounds soon because some of these boards are definitely getting stronger, and I just need to get to level 9. I want to get 2-star Kaisa and play another unit. I think I would like another unit to be Jace, honestly. I think Jace would be pretty good. All right, now look what I see here. There's a Yuumi with an Imperial emblem on the bench. I was like, oh, okay. Now I can, instead, like, forget the challengers. We can put in another challenger at level 9. Forget that. Let's take the Imperial emblem, and then we'll make 5 Imperial. I can make Imperial Kaisa here, and then I just need another, I just need a sword to pop up, and then I can make 5 Imperial, which is going to be amazing. Now, I don't get that this round, unfortunately, but I was like, all right, yeah, we can make Imperial Kaisa. Let's make her Morello's Guardian Angel Imperial. That feels pretty good. So now, again, I just need, now I want, again, I still want a Chain Vest to pop out for Guardian Angel on Kaisa, and now I want another sword to pop out. Oh, wait, actually, I could actually, never mind. I could have made the Imperial Emblem right now. I'm realizing this in retrospect. I could have sacrificed my sword to make another Imperial Emblem right now, and I should have done that. That would have been a better play, because she has a sword on her right now. I was just so focused on that becoming Guardian Angel, I forgot. But yeah, I could have played 5 Imperial right now, put it on Yone or Fiora or something. That would have been better. That would have been a huge spike in damage. Well, anyway, this round, it looks like finally our win streak is going to come to a close here because I have not managed to get into the back lines. Maybe if Kaisa had the Guardian Angel, but no, not quite enough. So that's okay. I did not expect to go 100-0 in this game. The other players in this game are good enough that they're not going to let me do that, and like that board is pretty strong. So not exactly shocked there, but again, I will be able to go 9 after the end of this stage. And hopefully I can hit 2-star Kaisa there, which is the unit I really need to find. And I'd like my last unit in to be Jace, because he'll make Enforcer and just another useful unit to have. I'm not planning on... I wonder if I could have played something better than Blitz, though. Like, maybe instead of... I could have just dropped Protector, and maybe just played, like, Janna Yumi or something, you know, for the CC and the Scholar. That might not have been bad. Oh, well. Or replace him with another unit. I don't think he was bad, but it's like he wasn't giving me scrap, he wasn't giving me bodyguard, so his value is not as high in this game as he would have been in other games. Again, I'm not super familiar with this comp. I'm very unfamiliar with playing this. By the way, this round is sad because I have repositioned Samira into a Blitzcrank hook, and she has a lot of my damage still, so not expecting this to go especially well. Also, that this person... Oh, so this is the person that I beat earlier with the Kaisa. They only have 1-star Kaisa, thankfully, but they had triple chalices on that Kaisa, so that's 135 AP off the triple chalices. At least in this patch, the chalice was buffed in this patch and then is getting nerfed in the patch that should be out on live now. All right, so here we go. We've got three items here, and I was like, oh man, these are great items. The good news is I do finally get the Guardian Angel, so we'll go with that. But like, look at these items: Infinity Edge, Giant Slayer, Rapid Fire Cannon. These are awesome items. I was like, oh man, I can't wait to put these on. The problem is I am slow to react. I'll just spoil this in advance. I am slow to react, and I forget that I have to put them on my units immediately, or I'm going to lose them. Like, I should just stuff one of these. I should stuff that RFC on like Samira instantly. But like, I'm slow here. I don't shove them on my units instantly, and then they end up changing into other items on my bench. Yeah, I had time to do that, and I just forgot. I was like, oh no, I just lost them. Oh no. Now they're significantly worse items. The good news is I do find a Jace. But I was like, yeah, these are not really the items I wanted here. Ugh. So I'll just keep rolling here, trying to just see what I hit. Getting some extra copies of units I've already 2-starred. And then I see another Samira. I was like, oh, okay. Well, that's 6 Samiras. I do have a Nico's on my bench. But for the moment, I'll just make use of those Zeeks, and then I'll see what I roll on the other ones. Little disappointed I did not manage to hit another Kaisa there for Kaisa 2-star, because that's what will do the most to help me right now. Anyway, I'll clear the units I'm not interested in, get back up to 17 gold, and see what else I can find. I am still hoping that this component on my bench is going to turn into either a sword or a bow. And at this point, I would take either. The sword would be Imperial 5, the bow would be Challenger 6. At this point, I'll just take either one. Whatever I get out of Pandora's items, I'm perfectly content with that. So, like, I lost that round, and that one did not go especially well. I've actually been losing some of these rounds. I really want to hit the Kaisa 2-star. That's the biggest thing that'll help me here. Like, so, all right, there's a Kaisa. I'll continue rolling for the time being. By the way, I get another Zeeks. I was like, all right, I guess I'll make another Zeeks here. More useful than these other items. And I'm rolling, and I'm rolling. I'm rolling. There's another Samira. So I'm one away from Samira 3-star. But the thing is, I think that the Kaisa 2-star is more important. So I'm probably giving up on making Samira 3-star by burning that Nico there. But I think that that's still worthwhile to do. As nice as it would be to have Samira 3-star, Kaisa 2-star is really the unit that'll carry me in this long term. Now that she's 2-star, she is much stronger. And yeah, we're going to get off a nice Scion ult there. I mean, that is a very tightly packed group of units. But the Kaisa 2-star makes a big difference. I just need like one more attack here from Scion. Yeah, so we're able to get through it. Oh, I wanted to knock out that comp on 1 HP. I really wanted to knock them out, but come up a little bit short. So that's a bit sad. But hey, I'm top 4. I'm basically locked in. Oh, by the way, there's another Blitzcrank. Yeah, I do think I could have played a better unit than Blitzcrank here. Something I should have just played another Challenger here. Also, I make a mistake here, and I should have put the that Giant Slayer on Samira, because Samira, it gets the Imperial buff, and Samira is fully itemized, whereas Yone is just a synergy bot. So that's just me thinking, oh yeah, it's Yone. Of course I want to put my carry items on Yone. But I'm forgetting that Samira and Kaisa are actually the carries, not Yone. So he should not have gotten the Giant Slayer. Would have been much better on Samira. Also, he gets, and by the way, once again, Samira gets grabbed. I really should have been repositioning to avoid that. This is the comp that's on the big win streak. This is the one yeah, my comp just has been struggling with this one. I'm close to beating this one. But like this person also has a Kaisa, and I just don't have quite enough damage, especially with Samira getting hooked at the start of the round. So I was like, that's disappointing. That person's on like an 8-match win streak too. Managed to put together a very strong comp at the end. So now we're down to just 3 of us in the lobby. And I'm looking here and I was like, there's not really anything I want all that badly here. It's not all that much I want. Maybe I take the Samira because that does get me to 8 Samiras, but I was like, wait a minute. I think I can do better here. I think I can just take one of these emblems. And remember, I have Pandora's item, so it's going to get randomized. So maybe I'll be able to just have it turn into something better on my bench. So that's what I'm kind of hoping for now, is that for this to get randomized into something better. It's Academy right now, which is useless for me, but maybe it'll turn into Imperial or it'll turn into Challenger. So again, I've got like, what is it? There's 8 different spatula items. I've got like 1 in 4 odds it'll turn into one of them. And I also should need to reposition Samira so that she's not getting grabbed by Blitzcrank over and over again. I really have not positioned especially well here. So let's see. All right, we've got another fight. And this person's running a Kali 2-star. So I think they have 7 Syndicate with a Kali 2-star, which is pretty scary. So again, Akali, you never know quite what's going to happen with Akali. The good news is we pop our Guardian Angel instantly. So just need to hit her one more time. Down she goes. As soon as that happens, we win. Bad news, it's a ghost round. I was like, oh, I would have knocked that person out if it had not been a ghost round. Oh, well. Womp womp. I never like playing against Akali because she's so hard to predict what she's going to do. Sometimes she just dashes right into the enemy team and dies instantly, and sometimes she kills everyone. Worst design unit in this set. All right, so again, I'm still not getting quite what I want. I've actually been getting trolled pretty hard here by my Pandora's items. I've had this spatula on my bench for like 10 rounds now, hoping to get an item I can make from it. But I haven't gotten the bow and I haven't gotten the sword. So, I mean, I'm not going to die here. Even if I lose this round, I'm not out of the game. So I'm in reasonably good shape. And now I'm just going to continue repositioning, trying to do the best I can. Maybe Jace should be in the back row just to give him a little more distance. I don't know. The good news is Jace is going to tank this hook, not Samira, which is what I want, because Jace is really just in there for Enforcer trait. So yeah, we're going to get off the nice attack with Kaisa. So she's going to get off another shot before her Guardian Angels pop. So now she's basically guaranteed to get off another shot when she comes out of her Guardian Angel. But it turns out we don't need that. Samira's on it. And we're going to knock out that person. And now it's down to just 2 of us left. So it's me and Hot Sake, I guess. But oh, look at this! Challenger emblem pops out. Oh, Challenger emblem. And I've got the items for an Imperial emblem as well. I was like, oh my goodness. Let's go ahead and make that. So we have 5 Imperial, 6 Challenger. I was like, oh, well, I just got a lot stronger. Okay. I did beat this person the last time I hit them. And now, recognizing what happened to my items the last time I was up against, the last time that I hit the minion, I'm going to stuff this Zephyr on a unit on my bench so that it does not transform into something else, because I very much want to have a drop-in Zephyr here at the start of this round. All right, can I hit 2-star Jace? Can I hit 3-star Samira? I'll take my time rolling here. A lot of Yumis. Could have had 2-star Yumi. Can I get the Jace? A lot of Akalis. That person already has 2-star Akali, though, so a little bit unfortunate. Oh well. Doesn't look like I'm going to hit either. But I can see where their Akali's positioned. Akali is clearly their Kyr unit. So I'm going to position one of the units I don't care about. I'm going to position the Fiora. I'm going to put her right in position so that I can drop in this Zephyr. Is this person paying attention? Did they switch their Akali at the last second? They did not. So, boop, there goes your Akali. Have fun chilling up there in the sky for 6 seconds, Akali. So I should win the fight off this. I'm up to 5 Imperial, I'm up to 6 Challenger. This should be an easy win, right? Well, fight RNG is not going great. We haven't managed to pop the Guardian Angel on the Akali yet, which is kind of sad. There it goes. So we just need to hit her one more time. Go Scion, go Scion, Challenger Scion. Oh, there we go. Challenger Scion for the win. I actually think that was kind of bad fight RNG because my board was vastly stronger than the last time I hit this person. But Akali just like managed by dumb luck to dodge every attack until the end. But we still won anyway. Thank goodness for the Zephyr. Did not want to continue doing Akali RNG carousel. And guess what? It's a win. It's a first, and it's a promotion to Diamond 4. So hooray! I finally made it there. I mean, I didn't play that many games to get there by TFT standards. I played 38 games to get there, and I had, I think, a 78% top 4 rate, which is kind of crazy. But it's very meaningful for me, even though I know there's people out there. For some people, if you're not Master Tier, you're garbage. If you're not Challenger, you're garbage. This was very meaningful to me because I invested quite a bit of time into playing this game. I did enjoy it, but it's nice to be rewarded and see that, yes, I did know what I'm talking about, and I'm in like the top 3 or 4% of the player base. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope that you have success as well in TFT.